Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be doing a really quick little tutorial on how I sculpt and groom my eyebrows as well as fill them in. So hopefully all goes well. I have nothing on my face. I pulled my hair back and I just have my primer on. I always do my eyebrows first, so that is why I look like this. I have no fake tan on or anything, so we're just gonna get right in. Okay. So the first thing I will do, this is like my all-time favorite mirror. It's like double-sided. So I get like close-up and also mirror. So anyways, I just take my tweezers. These are my favorite. They're from Tweezerman. And I'm just going to look, and I have a few sparse hairs. So I just take those out. I just kind of groom the lower hairs in between eyebrow waxes. Because I have this amazing friend at the salon, Chantel. Hey girl, if she's watching. She does my eyebrows and she is a master. So I don't like to really mess with them if I don't have to. Then I just take one of these. It's dirty, ew. But I'm just using it on myself. So a spoolie, it's like a mascara wand. And I kind of just brush through them to make sure that there's no like super long hairs, because if you have any super long hairs that are sticking straight up, because that's really the issue I have, I just take these little baby scissors and I would just, you know, trim any little hairs that I have going on. But my eyebrows are super uneven, so if you can see here, hopefully I'm close enough, I have a really strong like beginning of the brow, and then I lose my arch on this side, and then they stop about here. So rule of thumb is when you're looking straight, you put this straight up. You want your beginning of your brow to start there. Then you take from the center of your nose to right through your pupil. That's where your arch should be. And then from the edge of the nose to at your eye, the end of your eye is where your tail should be. So, I mean, they're pretty like blah 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 into shape, but I just want to make them look better. So, the first thing that I do is take the Anastasia Brow Wiz, and I take it in Taupe. And I know I've kind of showed you a little bit like prior, kind of how I fill my eyebrows in, but this is like a little in-depth tutorial here. Just an FYI, I wear retainers because I had braces and I haven't been wearing it for the last 3 days, and you can already see my gap. Anyways, back to the brows. So I brush it up with the spoolie that's on the other end of the brow wiz, and I do like so to both brows. This is like all up. You're like all up in my business. Okay. So I typically start with the tail. I don't know, that's just kind of how I do it. You can start with whatever you like, but I'm just showing you a way that I do them. And there's a million other tutorials out there, but this is how I like to fill my eyebrows in. So I had a huge coffee, like I always do, so bear with me because I'm shaky because I had coffee. So I go in and I start about here, and I just flick. I never like go in and draw. So I just flick, and I like to build where that bare spot is. And you never want to make like a sad face, because then you're going to have straight eyebrows. But I bring it down so I can really get into the tail. And small strokes mimic hair. So that's always what you really want to do, is small strokes, not penciling them in like you are using a Sharpie, nothing like that, because then you will have like marker strokes. So as you can see, it's already a little bit better. And then I always take the spoolie end of things and blend it out. And then you can see once you blend, you need to apply a little bit more product. So really, I just use this to kind of map out the shape a little bit that I'm looking for, and I go right into here and go up hair-like strokes. And what I feel that I'm missing in my brow is like on the top. I never want to build on the bottom of my brow per se, because it doesn't really, if I built underneath here, I feel like it would look too fake. So I always build like on the top. So I'm just going to pull my spoolie, and I still always get that bare spot. So that's where my other product comes in. So I'm just going to faux a little bit on the top of my brow and start to build myself a little bit of an arch. So I pull it up just a smidge, and then I always like go up a little bit into the front and just go up. Now, don't worry if you kind of like mess up a little bit, because I will show you how to clean it up. So there is kind of like a mapped out shape of Z brow. And I'm just going to do one for you guys because my tutorials end up being like 35 minutes long, and I'm sure you guys don't want to watch that or look at my ugly mug for 35 minutes. So that is what I do with Z Brow Wiz. Now, I don't like how the Brow Wiz kind of makes it look a little bit reddish. So that's when I go in with my Anastasia, it's like a duo powder. And this is in medium brown, but it's super ashy, which matches the hair. And this is a lighter and a darker, but this is going to kind of like neutralize the brow. So I don't know why I keep saying that, Z brow. Okay, I go in with the lighter powder. Usually, if I'm going for a bold ass brow, then I'll go in with the dark, but my hair is pretty light at the ends. I'm actually growing out my natural color, which as a hairdresser, that's insane. Nobody does that. I don't know who the hell I think I am. But anyways, then that's when I really build this top. So I'm just feathering in some brow powder now, and that's just going to fill in any more gaps that we have going on. And this is when I really like to kind of define my tail. You can do this with brow pomade, you can do it with honestly whatever the hell you want. I just choose to use these two products because they're what's always worked the best for me. And I always consistently go back in with the spoolie end of things and clean it up. After a while, you'll notice product starts to get built up in your spoolie. So that's why I buy these like throw out ones, and I just use those because I don't want unneeded product all over the brows. So again, I always tap off the excess, and I just need to build a little bit in here. Now you can always map out the bottom here, and then I brush this all up. And so this brush that I'm using is the Anastasia number 7. It's just, again, she is the queen of brows. Can you see the difference in the brows? It's like night and day. So I'm just brushing. Again, I take my time and brush in the brow powder. As you can see, now I have a bold ass brow. So I'm going to finish the other one, and I will be right back. I actually started doing the other eyebrow and realized I can show you a trick here. So see how my tail is super defined and I have like a dip? That's what I mean when I build on top of the brow, because I don't have much of a brow. I don't want them like super strong, but as you can see right now, I'm connecting that top. And this is definitely my better brow. This one always comes out worse. This is definitely my better brow, I would say. So I was going to show you just one, but then I was like, actually, I'm just showing you how I build upon the brow with the Brow Wiz. And going up, defining a little bit underneath here. Actually, I usually don't, but not on an everyday basis do I go in and carve them out. Anytime I'm wearing a full face of makeup, I do. But on an everyday basis, I'll kind of just like throw some Brow Wiz in, and then some brow gel, which I'll show you when we are finished. Now I'm going in with the powder. And I just feel the powder gives it a little bit more strong, like a strongness to the brow. And also, like I said, it really helps fill in any sparse areas you have. And for me, it changes the color, which is what I really need, because I can't go any darker than Taupe on the brow wiz, or it just looks ridiculous on me. But as you can see now, I have, this is, you know, my usual brow. If I go back here, you're usually not so up close and personal. So anyways, now that I have really the desired shape that I like, as I always say, your brows are not sisters, they are cousins. So don't get discouraged if you don't get them perfect. I just learned to live with the fact that mine are never going to be perfect. So now I'm going in with the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel, and I like the clear the best because it doesn't add any more color. Sometimes I use my L'Oreal Brow Plumper, which I love, but today I opted for clear, and I really coat these bad boys, like I really do. I coat them so they don't freaking move, because they're the first thing I do on my face. And the reason I do that is because I'll run some foundation on this front part to make it look a little more natural, although these are pretty bold. I don't think you can get any more natural. So then I go in with my MAC Prolongwear Concealer in NW20, which is definitely a shade or two lighter than my skin. I just pump a little bit on the back of the hand. And then I go in with my Morphe E35, which is a super small little detail brush. I look scary right now, oh my god. I take some product on the brush, and then this is where I go in and clean it up and sculpt it. So I'm going to start with this one. Can you see? Okay. So I go in and I literally map out the bottom of where I want my brow to be cleaned up. You can see, okay. And I try to use like one stroke, you know? But sometimes it doesn't work out for me like that. And then I just clean this up. And I know this looks like pretty wacky, but then you just want to like brush it down. And I'm having a super bad either a reaction, or my eczema is just blowing up on my eyelids. If you follow me on my Snapchat or anything like that, you would know I've been having a serious issue with my eyelids. So I'm going to be pretty nice to them today. I'm not going to film a makeup tutorial. You'll see a first impressions on a foundation after this. So I'm going to not really go hard. But then I just kind of pat it in. And if you can see, that just gives it like crazy shape. And then sometimes I find I don't really like to sculpt the top. But like today I put too much brow powder up there. So you can always just sculpt out the top. And that will just blend later like into my foundation. So if you can see, you have a nice sculpted brow. And this will make a huge difference in your face, your makeup, and you just kind of want to blend it up. So I'm just going to pat over it with my finger. And I will sculpt the other one just because this is my shit brow. This is my nice brow. So this is the area I feel I always need to clean up the most, because I don't want that area to look fake at all. Like, it's hard to explain, but that's why I say you can be sort of sloppy in your application, because you can just clean it up with concealer. And this little detail brush is nice. I think I want to invest in one that's like a little bit different, because I feel like sometimes it doesn't like get as much product as I need, but it will do the trick today. So hopefully my eyelid doesn't go all shit on me today. And anytime I sculpt my eyebrows out, I just get so many more compliments on them. They just fit my face. I feel a little bit better. So that is, oh, see, and this is where if you feel like, I feel like I need to fill that in a smidge more. So after the, you've put brow gel in, it's fine to just kind of like go back in and just fill this, even though the brow gel really makes my eyebrows like super strong and in place. I can just go over it and just fix it a little bit. So that is my tutorial on the brows. It may change in the near future. That is just how I do them right now. I hope you guys enjoyed this little how-to fill in your eyebrows. You can totally do it. Take just the tips, tricks, the products that I used, and put your own twist on it, or however you like to fill in your eyebrows. This is just personally what works for me, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next video, which will be following this one, but you'll see it on 2 different days. So I love you guys. Bye. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you soon. Bye guys.